Signs you might be a rare, highly evolved individual in life. Have you ever wondered what makes a person truly understand life? Someone who remains calm and composed amid life's storms, as though they have seen through all its intricacies. These individuals are not masters in terms of power or fame, but are those who have reached profound understanding, living a light and peaceful life. But have you ever considered that you could be one of them? You no longer compete with life. This is a crucial sign of maturity and enlightenment. When a person deeply understands the essence of life, they no longer feel the need to vie for superficial things or concern themselves with outdoing others. This reflects liberation from ego, attachment to fame, wealth, or power, things people often chase in life. Realizing the futility of competition. Modern life seems inextricably tied to competition. From a young age, we are taught to strive to surpass others, achieve more, and prove our worth through external successes. We often get caught up in races for status, money, and societal recognition, inadvertently spiraling into envy, ambition, and rivalry. However, those who gain insight into life recognize that these struggles are merely illusions. All the things we strive for are ultimately transient. Wise individuals understand that wealth, fame, and status are fleeting. Even when attained, they often leave a sense of emptiness and a craving for more. What we compete for today will lose its significance tomorrow as everything continuously changes and fades away. Temporary success does not guarantee long-lasting happiness. On the contrary, endlessly pursuing external goals can lead to exhaustion, stress, and the loss of inner peace, letting go of the need to win. As a result, those who reach a higher state of being gradually let go of the need to compete. They grasp the nature of external values and understand that true happiness doesn't come from triumphing over others, but from inner tranquility. They no longer let their lives be dictated by the need to prove something to society, choosing instead to live simply, unaffected by others' judgments. Freedom arises from letting go. Letting go does not mean abandoning dreams or life aspirations, but releasing attachment, the misguided expectations of success or status. When a person no longer competes with life, they free themselves from the burdens of comparison, pressure, and envy. Letting go is a state of internal freedom, where one is no longer obsessed with having more or winning to validate oneself. This freedom stems from understanding that life does not always unfold according to our desires, and that not everything we strive for is necessary. Those who truly understand life know how to accept things as they are. They do not force life to follow their desires. When they cease competing, they live lightly, satisfied with what they have, and free from obsessions over what is beyond their control. Instead, they focus on genuine values, improving their inner selves. A person who no longer competes with life transitions from an external focus to an internal one. Rather than seeking societal recognition, they begin to concentrate on self-improvement, cultivating inner qualities such as wisdom, compassion, and inner peace. A person who no longer competes understands that the true value of an individual lies not in what they possess, but in how they live, the qualities they nurture, and the spiritual values they pursue. They do not need wealth or status to feel worthy, for they realize that genuine value comes from inner peace and profound self-awareness. In Eastern philosophy, there is a saying, "Great things arise from simplicity." This means that the greatest achievements often stem from simplicity. Those who understand life recognize that it need not be complicated, and that the true essence of life lies in simplicity, sincerity, and compassion for others. When they cease competing, they live serenely, blending into the natural flow of life, unaffected by temporary external values. Accepting imperfection and understanding causation, karma, is also a sign of letting go. Those who understand life know that everything has its causes and conditions, and that everyone has their own path. Life is never entirely fair, and we cannot always achieve what we desire. Yet, this understanding does not lead to dissatisfaction. Instead, it fosters a calm and peaceful attitude toward life. A person who has deeply grasped causation does not force life to conform to their wishes. They understand that each individual has their timing and journey, and that what we lack today may not be what we need. This acceptance frees them from suffering because they no longer envy others' successes or regret what they have not achieved. Instead of competing, they respect everyone's journey, knowing that everything in life happens for a reason and purpose. They are neither hurried nor competitive because they understand that sometimes letting go is necessary to make way for better things in the future. Living with peace and tranquility, they are not burdened by others' expectations or drawn into meaningless struggles. Their lives become lighter as they free themselves from unnecessary desires and wants. Their souls grow quieter, undisturbed by external events. This inner stillness helps them maintain stability and balance in all circumstances. They do not complain when faced with challenges, nor do they grow arrogant when they succeed, for they have seen the impermanence in all things. Those who no longer compete with life often possess strong spiritual resilience. They do not need validation from others to feel content, having already found happiness within themselves. Through their serenity and peace, they exude a sense of calm and lightness to those around them. Letting go is not merely about giving up what is no longer useful, but a profound spiritual liberation. It allows one to achieve a state of tranquility, free from the bonds of suffering, pressure, or meaningless desires in life. Letting go is not weakness, but a spiritual strength. Letting go requires a profound understanding of oneself, life, and what truly matters. It is not about abandoning responsibilities or life goals, but about releasing attachments, those things that no longer hold meaning or bring genuine happiness. Those who lack understanding often cling to everything: expectations, negative emotions, toxic relationships, or unnecessary ambitions. They fear loss and inadequacy, which traps them in situations that no longer serve their lives. In contrast, those who comprehend life deeply recognize that letting go is a way to liberate themselves, to live more lightly and happily. A prime example is letting go of resentment and hatred. These negative emotions not only harm relationships, but also weigh heavily on our minds and spirits. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is a way to release burdens from our hearts and find peace. As Buddha taught, hatred is never appeased by hatred. It is only appeased by forgiveness. Letting go helps us achieve inner freedom. When someone learns to let go, they free themselves from the invisible chains they have created. These chains might stem from uncontrollable circumstances, unhealthy relationships, or ambitions for power and wealth. Clinging to such things unwittingly locks us in a cage of anxiety, pressure, and insecurity. However, when we learn to let go, we open that cage and free ourselves from mental and emotional constraints. People who understand life realize that not everything in life needs to be held on to. Sometimes, letting go is more important than achieving something. Inner freedom comes from understanding that some things are not meant for us, and that not everything is within our control. Letting go is about embracing reality, accepting what is past, and refusing to let irrelevant matters continue to affect our present lives. For example, someone might let go of a relationship that no longer brings happiness or meaning. Instead of holding on, they understand that letting go is not a failure, but a way to free both themselves and the other person from unnecessary ties. This is an act of maturity and self-respect. Letting go reveals true value. Those who know how to let go can see the real worth of everything in life. They are not dazzled by superficial appearances or temporary things. Instead, they focus on sustainable and meaningful values. When someone knows how to let go, they no longer stubbornly hold on to things that bring neither happiness nor meaning. They understand that clinging to what is unnecessary only causes them to miss out on better things in life. Letting go is, therefore, an act of wisdom and courage, allowing us to embrace the present and move forward with clarity and peace. Letting go, a path to inner peace and true happiness. We often cling to things we deem important, such as fame, power, or wealth. However, when we deeply understand life, we realize that these external values are fleeting, and true happiness comes from within. By releasing unnecessary ambitions, we create space for spiritual values like compassion, wisdom, and tranquility to flourish in our souls. For instance, someone might let go of the dream of unlimited wealth to seek peace in a simple life. They understand that, rather than chasing endless desires, living simply, sincerely, and with contentment brings lasting happiness. Letting go means accepting impermanence. One key element of letting go is embracing impermanence, a fundamental principle of Buddhism. Everything in life is constantly changing: jobs, relationships, health, even our thoughts and emotions. Those who understand life know that nothing is permanent, and accepting impermanence makes letting go easier. When they accept the nature of change, they no longer try to hold on to the past or cling to things slipping away. They recognize that change is an inevitable part of life. Only by letting go can they move forward without being bound by the past. For example, when faced with loss, instead of prolonged suffering or clinging to memories, those who understand letting go accept the truth that everything has its time. They do not deny their feelings of sorrow, but they also do not let it dominate their lives. They embrace loss with peace, knowing that everything happens for a reason and has its purpose, letting go for lasting peace and happiness. Ultimately, letting go is the key to achieving true peace and happiness. When we free ourselves from unnecessary pressures and mental burdens, our minds become clearer and lighter. Those who understand life realize that happiness does not come from owning or controlling, but from living simply, being content, and remaining unattached. Letting go also opens up space for new and better things. By freeing ourselves from old disappointments or expectations, we can welcome new opportunities, relationships, and experiences. Letting go is not an end, but a beginning for a lighter, more serene, and happier life. A sign of spiritual maturity. Remaining calm in the face of life's challenges is a sign of spiritual maturity. The ability to confront adversity with composure and steadfastness reflects a profound understanding of life's nature. Those who understand life do not let events shake their inner peace. Life rarely unfolds exactly as we wish, and difficulties and challenges are inevitable. Most people, when faced with hardships, easily fall into states of worry, blame, or sorrow. However, those who have cultivated wisdom and understanding maintain inner tranquility, allowing no external event to disturb their inner state. Tranquility as a reflection of spiritual growth. Tranquility demonstrates spiritual growth. True peace comes from the ability to accept life's changes with grace and to navigate its adversities without losing balance. Letting go is not weakness. It is strength, courage, and the path to a more fulfilling and harmonious life. Serenity, a reflection of deep awareness. Serenity is not indifference or apathy, but a state of mindfulness and profound understanding of life's nature. Those who embody serenity recognize that everything changes, and resisting adversity only leads to more suffering. As Confucius once said, "A gentleman is calm, while a petty person is anxious." This calmness arises from understanding the impermanence of life, enabling them to face all situations without disorder or losing direction. Acceptance of impermanence and the law of cause and effect. A key reason why those who deeply understand life remain serene amidst upheaval is their acceptance of impermanence. In Buddhism, impermanence is a foundational principle, emphasizing that everything in life is transient and nothing remains eternal or unchanging. Understanding impermanence allows them to see life as inherently dynamic, with periods of ease and difficulty as natural occurrences. This awareness leads to a mindset that accepts reality as it is, rather than resisting it. When faced with challenges, they avoid crises or dissatisfaction because they understand that everything arises due to causes and conditions and follows the law of karma. Difficulties are seen as lessons, and they embrace them calmly, trusting that each trial brings an opportunity for growth and deeper insight into life. Unshaken by success or failure. Those who understand life are not swayed by the highs of success or the lows of failure. Many are easily consumed by negative emotions during failure or become arrogant when successful. However, a wise person sees both success and failure as temporary states without lasting significance. Their serenity in the face of success or failure reflects a higher state of mind, unshaken by external values. Success does not inflate their ego, nor does failure dishearten them. They understand that everything in life follows cycles of highs and lows. What matters most is maintaining steadfastness and composure in all situations. As an Eastern proverb goes, rivers bend and so does life. Life, too, is full of twists and turns. A serene person has come to terms with the natural ebb and flow of life. They do not resist or seek to alter it, but choose to face it with an inner calmness. An unwavering mind in a changing world. In Eastern philosophy, there is a concept known as and unwavering mind in a changing world. This means that no matter how turbulent the external world becomes, the mind of one who deeply understands life remains stable and unshaken. This reflects a strong spirit and profound wisdom. Those who understand life accept that it is ever-changing and filled with unpredictability. Instead of worrying or fearing, they maintain a calm and clear outlook. Even when confronting adversity, they remain composed, refusing to let fear or pressure overwhelm their spirit. They understand that every difficulty can be resolved if approached with clarity, calmness, and an objective perspective. The wisdom of serenity. Serenity signifies maturity and wisdom. It stems from a deep understanding of life's impermanence and an ability to navigate its challenges with equanimity. A serene person is unshaken by the external world, maintaining a steady inner peace that serves as a beacon of stability for themselves and those around them. Patience and faith in the universe's order. Remaining calm amidst life's challenges reflects profound patience and unwavering faith in the natural order of the universe. Those who understand life deeply recognize that every event follows a set of principles, and they possess the patience to wait for the right time for things to unfold naturally. In difficult situations, they avoid impulsive reactions or rushing to find immediate solutions. Instead, they observe, wait, and allow events to take their natural course. This patience is not passive, but an active acceptance that frees their mind from unnecessary worries and fears. They trust that everything happens for a reason and that every challenge carries valuable lessons. For instance, when facing difficulties at work or in life, rather than rushing to fix things at all costs, a calm person takes time to reflect, observe, and act when the timing feels right. They understand that everything needs time to grow and that forcing outcomes prematurely often leads to undesirable results. Refraining from judgment or blame in adversity. A calm individual refrains from judging or blaming others when encountering difficulties. Instead of attributing hardships to circumstances, fate, or other people, they accept challenges as an inherent part of life and focus on resolving issues with composure. This calmness not only helps them navigate adversity more gracefully, but also allows them to maintain inner stability, fostering a positive and serene energy. This is the key to living a meaningful, fulfilling, and happy life. They embrace challenges as part of the journey. They understand that every event carries a lesson, and through hardships, they develop patience, wisdom, and deeper understanding. Their lack of judgment reflects an openness to life, free from resentment or attachment to mistakes and failures. People who understand life accept that it is inherently imperfect and does not always align with their desires. Rather than resisting, they choose to learn and grow from difficulties. Living simply and humbly. Simplicity and humility are significant signs of someone who deeply understands life's true values. When a person is no longer drawn into illusions of materialism, fame, or power, they choose a life of simplicity, refraining from ostentation and embracing humility in both words and actions. Those who possess profound understanding know that true wealth lies not in external possessions, but in inner peace and spiritual wisdom. Simplicity is often marked by detachment from material desire. One of the first signs of someone who understands life deeply is their choice to live simply. This simplicity is evident in their daily approach to life, from clothing and spending habits to what they consider important. They realize that life does not need to be overly complicated or chaotic. They release excessive material desires, refusing to chase society's superficial values like luxurious homes, fancy cars, or expensive conveniences. This does not mean they abandon all comfort or convenience, but that material things are not their life's purpose. They understand that true happiness does not come from owning more, but from being content with what they have. Simplicity frees their soul from the pressures of comparison and ambition, allowing them to feel freer and lighter in life. Simplicity is not only a sign of wisdom, but also a means to maintain tranquility amidst a chaotic and complex world. Those who understand life keep their lives uncluttered, unburdened by unnecessary needs, and focused on what truly matters. Their ability to let go of excess allows them to live a life of freedom, balance, and fulfillment. Simplicity is not a sacrifice, but a choice to prioritize inner peace and happiness over external distractions. By doing so, they find harmony and joy in the essentials, embracing life's beauty with humility and gratitude. Humility in words and actions reflects wisdom. Humility is understanding one's limitations. Those who understand life deeply carry themselves with humility in all interactions. They do not boast or act arrogantly because they know that everything in life is temporary and nothing truly belongs to them forever. Humility is a sign of wisdom as it reflects a clear awareness of one's boundaries. Humble individuals understand that they are not the center of the universe and that their knowledge is but a small drop in the vast ocean of worldly understanding. A wise person does not feel the need to prove themselves through grandiose words or actions. Instead, they listen more and speak less, knowing that listening not only deepens their understanding of others, but also broadens their horizons. Humility helps them build meaningful relationships, free from envy or competition. Humility is also evident in how they perceive success and failure. When they achieve success, they remain grounded, understanding that success is just one moment in life's long journey and often influenced by factors beyond their control. When faced with failure, they do not wallow in self-pity or blame others, but view it objectively, learning from the experience to grow further. True wealth lies in the spirit. Those who understand life do not measure its worth through external possessions such as wealth, fame, or power. They know that these are temporary and can easily vanish. Instead, they focus on spiritual values, inner peace, wisdom, and compassion. For them, true wealth lies in tranquility, contentment, and the ability to understand life on a profound level. People who live simply and humbly often possess a rich inner life. They do not seek societal validation because they have found freedom and happiness within themselves. They approach life lightly, unaffected by others' judgments or external pressures. Wisdom, freedom, and compassion are the noble values they pursue, not material wealth or power. For example, a person living simply does not feel the need to own a large house or luxury car to gain approval. They understand that happiness does not come from possessions, but from how they experience life, live sincerely, love others, and understand their true essence. Simplicity with elegance and respect for true values does not mean lacking refinement or ignoring beauty. The simplicity of those who understand life is often accompanied by elegance and a respect for genuine values. They choose a gentle way of living, unpretentious yet harmonious and meaningful. In their attire, they do not chase extravagant fashion trends, but exude neatness and understated elegance. In their spending, they prioritize quality over quantity and value what truly matters. Their refinement also shines through in their interactions with others. They do not define themselves through luxurious consumption or flowery words, but through sincerity, respect, and kindness. Those who understand life deeply know that a person's value lies not in their appearance or possessions, but in how they treat others and contribute to society. Their elegance is reflected in their ability to respect everyone without distinction, whether rich or poor. Simplicity as a path to depth allows those who understand life to take time and space to delve deeper into existence, rather than being swept up in unnecessary desires or the busyness of modern society. This simplicity enables them to focus on what truly matters, creating a life filled with meaning, harmony, and deep connection. They live lightly but profoundly, finding joy and wisdom in the beauty of simplicity and sincerity, reducing distractions and focusing on essential values. People who deeply understand life simplify their existence by reducing distractions and focusing on meaningful values. They allocate time for reflection, learning, and spiritual growth. Modern life is often filled with distractions, from technology to societal pressures. However, those who grasp the essence of life know how to adjust their pace and avoid being swept away by these demands. They choose to slow down, live mindfully, and savor the present moment. Living simply does not mean giving up joy, but finding joy in the simple things. As Henry David Thoreau said, "I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately." Simplicity allows one to see what truly matters and return to the essence of life, where authenticity and presence are fully appreciated without the clutter of trivialities. Recognizing the power of forgiveness. Forgiveness is a hallmark of spiritual and emotional maturity. Those who have reached an understanding of life do not let resentment and grudges rule their hearts, recognizing that harboring negativity only adds to their suffering and binds them to a cycle of negative emotions. Learning to forgive is the first step in releasing mental burdens. Resentment and hatred are destructive emotions that harm not only relationships with others, but also our mental well-being. Carrying grudges, whether against people or situations, creates stress, tension, and prevents true peace of mind. Negative emotions act like a smoldering fire in the soul, draining mental energy and trapping people in the shadows of the past. By choosing forgiveness, those who understand life free themselves from these emotions, bringing lightness and liberation to their hearts. As the saying goes, forgiveness doesn't change the past, but it opens up the future. Forgiveness is the key to moving forward, freeing oneself from the wounds of the past and welcoming new, positive experiences and relationships. Forgiveness as an expression of wisdom and compassion. Forgiveness reflects wisdom and compassion. Those who understand life forgive not only to free themselves, but also as an act of kindness and insight. They recognize that human actions stem from specific causes and conditions, and no one is perfect. Rather than criticizing or judging, they choose to view others' mistakes with understanding and kindness. Forgiveness does not condone wrongful actions, but acknowledges that everyone makes mistakes at times. This understanding allows them to open their hearts and show greater compassion, refusing to let others' errors inflict further harm on themselves. Forgiveness is a way to maintain harmony in relationships and nurture compassion within oneself. For example, when someone wrongs them, instead of harboring resentment or seeking revenge, those who understand life attempt to empathize, considering the struggles, motivations, or pain the other person might be experiencing. This perspective enables them to let go of anger and choose forgiveness, understanding that everyone has moments of weakness and makes mistakes. Through forgiveness, they not only release the weight of past wrongs, but also create space for growth, connection, and positivity in their lives. Forgiveness is acceptance and letting go. Forgiveness is not about forgetting, but about accepting and releasing. A common misconception about forgiveness is the belief that it means erasing what has happened. However, those who understand life deeply know that forgiveness is not about forgetting, but about acknowledging what occurred and letting go of the negative emotions attached to it. Forgiveness does not mean dismissing or denying the pain we have experienced. Rather, it involves embracing it with clarity and ensuring it no longer controls our mind. When they accept the past, they do not allow past wounds to dictate their present life. This enables them to live in peace, unburdened by painful memories or negative emotions. They carry forward the lessons learned from their mistakes or suffering, but do not let these events cast a shadow over their thoughts and future. Forgiveness also liberates both parties. The forgiven individual is given a chance to change and start anew, while the one who forgives frees themselves from resentment and can continue their life journey with greater lightness. This is an act of tolerance and maturity, recognizing that life is short and clinging to grudges only causes more harm without bringing any good. Forgiveness as a path to inner peace. Forgiveness leads to inner peace. By releasing anger and resentment, individuals create space for tranquility and harmony to flourish within their souls. Negative emotions such as hatred, jealousy, and anger only serve as distractions, disrupting inner stillness and making it challenging to find true peace. Those who understand life deeply know that inner peace is the most precious gift. To achieve it, they must forgive the mistakes of others and themselves. They recognize that no one is perfect and that compassion is the key to sustaining balance and lasting happiness. As Buddha taught, holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Forgiveness is the only path to serenity. Forgiveness is not just a liberating action, but a state of mind. Only when freed from the captivity of negative emotions can one truly experience peace. It is also a way to foster enduring relationships, allowing people to move forward with freedom and joy. Forgiveness as the foundation of relationships. Life is a web of human connections, and relationships are often marked by conflicts and misunderstandings. Without forgiveness, these relationships can easily break under the weight of wounds and resentments. Those who understand life value harmony in relationships. They do not hold on to others' mistakes, but seek to heal and maintain connections. They understand that forgiveness is the foundation of trust and love, enabling stronger and more genuine relationships. This willingness to forgive helps them build lasting bonds filled with sincerity. Forgiveness also brings people closer together, creating space for understanding, compassion, and love to grow. Wise individuals do not cling to hatred, knowing that connections with others are life's most valuable treasures. By forgiving, they open themselves to deeper relationships and richer emotional experiences, making their lives more meaningful and fulfilling. Understanding and accepting the laws of the universe. This is one of the highest expressions of understanding and enlightenment in life. When individuals realize that everything in the world operates under its own laws, and that not everything can be controlled or changed to suit personal desires, they live in greater harmony. Those who deeply understand life know how to live in tune with nature and the laws of cause and effect. They neither resist nor resent. Instead, they accept the coming and going of all things with a calm and composed mind. Recognizing the impermanence of life. One of the most significant truths understood by those who grasp life is impermanence. Everything in the world changes. Nothing is eternal. Life constantly moves and transforms. Material things, people, emotions, and circumstances are all in flux. Change is unavoidable, and resisting it only leads to frustration and suffering. Those who understand life are not consumed by dissatisfaction when things don't go their way. They recognize that everything has its time. Each event has a beginning, development, and an end. For this reason, they don't cling to successes or failures, nor do they hold on to what is past. They accept change with serenity, knowing that nothing lasts forever, and that all things follow the natural process of birth, existence, change, and extinction. In Buddhist philosophy, this is encapsulated in the saying, "Nothing is permanent, only change is eternal." Those who understand life accept this truth and do not allow their hearts to be unsettled by life's fluctuations. They flow with the natural rhythm of existence, neither overly anxious about the future nor haunted by the past. Respecting the law of cause and effect, whatever you sow, so shall you reap. Those who understand life deeply recognize that all actions have consequences. Nothing happens without a cause. This is the essence of the law of cause and effect, a foundational principle in Eastern philosophy and Buddhism. Every event in life, whether good or bad, joyful or painful, is the result of actions, words, and thoughts planted earlier. With this understanding, they live responsibly. They do not blame their circumstances when faced with challenges, knowing these are results of past causes or necessary lessons for growth. They understand that they are the creators of their destiny through their present actions. As a result, they choose to live ethically, compassionately, and conscientiously. They believe in planting good seeds to harvest good fruits, and therefore avoid deceit or harm to gain temporary benefits. They are not afraid of difficulties because they understand these are part of the cycle of cause and effect. Instead of running away or complaining, they focus on self-improvement and sowing positive seeds, knowing that everything will return to them in the manner they act. Accepting the imperfection of life and people. Another clear sign of someone who understands life is their ability to accept the imperfections of life. They realize that life is inherently flawed and cannot always align with their desires. Failures, suffering, and hardships are inseparable parts of existence. Instead of resisting or feeling discontented, they accept these as parts of the journey. They also understand that people are not perfect, including themselves and those around them. Expecting perfection from everything and everyone only leads to disappointment. Instead, they learn to accept others' flaws and live with compassion and tolerance. They do not judge or demand others to act according to their wishes because they recognize that everyone has their own path and lessons to learn in life. This acceptance brings them peace of mind. They are not pressured to control everything or change the unchangeable. Instead of forcing outcomes, they know how to let go and adjust their expectations to align with reality. This is a sign of profound wisdom, enabling individuals to face life with acceptance rather than resistance or disillusionment. By living in harmony with the universe's laws, they experience a lighter, more meaningful, and fulfilling existence, living in harmony with nature and the universe. Those who deeply understand life live harmoniously with nature because they recognize that nature is the source of all existence, and humans are but a small part of the vast workings of the universe. They do not seek to force or go against the laws of nature. Instead, they learn to listen and respect these principles. Their harmony with nature is reflected in their slow, mindful way of living and their respect for balance in life. They avoid wasteful consumption, refrain from harming their surroundings, and strive to live sustainably without damaging the ecosystem. They understand that humanity cannot be separated from nature, and that respecting nature is also respecting themselves. Moreover, they comprehend that everything in the universe is interconnected, and every action and thought impacts the greater workings of the cosmos. For this reason, they live with a heightened awareness of their actions, always striving to maintain balance and harmony in their relationships and behavior. They do not harm others or the environment because they know that negative actions bring negative consequences. Accepting without forcing, embracing life with tranquility. Those who understand the laws of the universe do not force the unattainable. They recognize that some things are not meant for them, and that striving for them only leads to exhaustion and frustration. They let go of unnecessary ambitions, clearly understand their limits, and live contentedly with what they have. This is a sign of profound understanding, as not everyone can release their desires and unrealistic expectations. They accept all events with a calm mindset. They do not resist the changes of life, because they understand that everything happens for a reason, and not everything requires explanation or opposition. They go with the natural flow, doing what they can within their capacity while accepting what they cannot change. This mindset helps them maintain peace and stability in any situation. No matter how tumultuous life becomes, they retain their inner calm because they have aligned themselves with natural laws and accept all occurrences without resistance or discontent. Lessons from the 6 signs of a life-wise individual. Through the 6 signs of a life-wise individual, we learn that true wisdom does not lie in conquering the external world, but in mastering oneself. Starting with letting go of meaningless competition, one gradually learns to live peacefully without letting life's upheavals unsettle their mind. Living simply and humbly, neither demanding much from life nor boasting of success or lamenting failure, leads to inner peace. Forgiving others and oneself helps release resentment, freeing the soul from negative bonds and restoring peace. Finally, by understanding and accepting the laws of the universe, one ceases to strive for things beyond their control. They learn to follow nature's flow, live in harmony with cause and effect, and find serenity in life's impermanence. If these lessons resonate with you, may they guide you to a lighter way of living, help you achieve spiritual freedom, and bring genuine joy to your life. Every subscription from you is not only a great source of motivation for us, but also enables us to continue creating meaningful content. Wishing you peace and joy in every moment of life.